Hey, welcome to the FNC. It's not Friday, but hey, Friday Night Crew. Got a little special treat for you. We've been trying to hook up, people busy, things like that. But hey, we here on a Saturday night trying to go ahead and cover some of these topics that are out here. What's going on? So, hey, welcome to the YouTube and the Facebook people. So make sure you can comment, like, do all that good stuff, subscribe, everything. For the people who are on Facebook, like I said, we got a YouTube channel, it's FNC Friday Night Crew. You can catch a lot of our old shows on there. Great shows, I would say. I'm Will. Uh, Hopefully you know that by now. If not, that's okay. I'm joined with Shan. How you doing, Shan?
Good evening, everyone. How's everyone doing? Hope they're having a great Saturday evening.
Cool. Also joined by D. How you doing, D?
Hey y'all, happy Saturday.
Okay, okay. It's been a while, but we're back at it. So we're gonna hit the ground. Actually, no. Before we hit the ground running, I'm gonna do something different. Has anybody, normally we wait to the end, but I want to go ahead and get this out right now. Has has anybody went to anything different or new they want to talk about? Any kind of new restaurants? Been to a new bar or anything?
Well, today we being some of the ladies that Shannon and I hang out with, some good friends from many years, and then some new friends. We went to Biscuit Belly in the Nulu. Um, for I think almost everyone except for maybe one, that was our first experience, and it was quite tasty. Quite tasty. Didn't know as far as what to expect, and kind of just the structure and how the processes and system as far as getting in and getting served and everything. But actually, it's really good. Definitely worthwhile going back and returning, and definitely worthwhile as far as referring to someone. And
What's the
it's the
name?
Biscuit Belly.
What's the name again?
Biscuit Belly.
How was the
Biscuit
prices?
Belly. Um, I think comparable. I had a Nashville chicken, which they called I think it's hot in the belly. I think that's what it was. And then some
Can't eat that.
it wasn't real hot. It wasn't hot. It wasn't hot. And then I don't know if it was a tater tot or hash brown. And then I had a Kentucky coffee. Kentucky coffee, which is bourbon and coffee with whipped cream on top. It was actually real tasty.
I already knew that was bourbon. When you said Kentucky, I knew that had to be
hmm
bourbon coffee. Miss Shan, what'd you have?
I had the breakfast tater tots. Thought they were okay. Then I had a drink. A breakfast drink. breakfast.
I don't think no
Adult
breakfast. I don't know.
breakfast.
I don't know if a breakfast drink begin with a sound like a tequila
I
was
had
coming
a
out. Sound like a tequila.
breakfast. And it actually it was very tasty.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
very
Okay.
tasty. So,
Make sure. Hey,
but
make sure. Go
overall, I
ahead.
thought it was a different type. Like Dion said, it was different, um, and so it was interesting. Doesn't I don't live too far from it, so I wouldn't mind going back. But it was just a little different. Like when you came in, and I took your order. This customer service was fabulous, and then they set you at a table or whatnot. So you had to pay for your food up front, and then they bring it out. It was a cashless place.
Oh.
So you know what I mean?
Okay.
Once you paid it, you can add on to your order, but they would just put it onto your credit card or your debit card or whatever you have. So it's
Like a
interesting.
tab, like
I would,
running a tab up.
yeah, absolutely, just like a tab.
Yeah,
You're right.
yeah,
I'll
yeah,
definitely go
exactly.
back.
Okay. Like I said,
Mhm.
if you're watching, go ahead, hit that like button, do all that kind of good stuff for us. Subscribe. We actually have a page called FNC page on Facebook. I swear I'm going to do my best to go ahead and get that all up to date. Definitely knew that. Got some other stuff going on, but definitely going to get Friday Night Crew. It's due, deserve, all that good stuff. So that's good. I'm glad you guys was able to um, do that. I think last week I went to, and I think you guys been there before, the tap room, Highlands Tap Room.
I've never been.
It's right there before you get to the intersection of Bardstown Road and man, I can see it right there. You know how like where the Wendy's is? What is that
Mm-hmm.
road?
Yes.
What is that road right there?
Um,
I can't even
That
think.
uh,
green.
Yes,
yeah,
yes. It's
yes,
right
yes.
before that. It's right there before that. And it's nice. Like I said, Highland Tap Room. It's got some good drinks. They actually have karaoke on. It's probably going to happen about 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock over there, and they get down. They throw down. I actually went there a little
Okay.
early, and I mean they karaoke. I mean you got some superstars that try to act like that. Like people think they superstars, but it was fun. It's fun.
Okay.
That's one of those things you go out with friends, and then you're there at 6. You think, okay, I'll be gone by 8. You know what I'm saying? Well, excuse me. When you see the karaoke come up through there, you're thinking, okay, wait a minute, let's see the first two. Man, they get out at about 11 o'clock.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so
Okay.
I'm drinking.
Have to go find it out.
I'm drinking adult beverages. My favorite adult beverage, which everybody should know if you know me. If you don't, well, it is what it is. And then I had a drink called green tea drop.
Hmm.
Yeah, it was different. It was different. I was hoping that it would flush my system out too, but I don't think it did. But I had that. Some friends had Vegas bombs and different stuff like that. So it was a good
So
time.
is
To,
that
huh?
is that also called liquid marijuana?
No, it's not.
The drink, yeah.
No,
Okay.
it's
No,
not.
that's just the
Sorry.
name of the.
Don't put me
That's
on
just the name
blast.
of the drink. No, no,
Oh,
seriously.
no, 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 no. We talking about the tea I had?
Yeah, yeah,
No, 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 no.
yeah. I mean, it's
I,
just the
no, I'm just
name.
saying I
Does
never heard
it
anybody
imply?
call that. I never
Does
heard
it
it.
imply?
Yeah,
Does
I
it
got
imply
you.
that?
It
It's
was
just what the.
called green tea. Yeah, it wasn't
Oh,
called liquid marijuana. Uh, I'm, woo, okay. That's a good one. But nah, it was good though. It was a nice. Actually, first time I went there was with Leslie. So he took me a long time ago, and I've been there before because it used to be It's like another club or a place, but it's another club right beside of it. It's like a house split, but then on right in the parking lot, then it's like copycat or something cat. Something used to be cat over there.
Oh yes, the one restaurant went for the birthday a while back. It's
Yeah, yeah,
closed. Yeah,
yeah.
it's like okay,
So
right
it's right.
there
They
on that
they
block. Okay.
that's the one that shared the
Yes,
parking
the
lot.
parking lot.
Yeah, yeah. So
Okay,
it's cool.
okay.
Food was the nachos. Nah, man, they need to quit that. When you go to certain places that they throw down, it's kind of hard. You know what I'm saying? Like they taco look like somebody at the crib just went through some tacos, shredded cheese, and sprinkled a couple of meat and something else on there, sour cream. It didn't look good. Because when you go to the back door, that's different.
yeah.
The wings was good though. The wings was good. I can't complain about that. But other than that, it was all good, man. So that's what we try to do. We try to go ahead and bring y'all different places that we have been to. Make sure you comment, let us know where we need to go, and we try to go. I mean, we right here, with and if you don't know, these are my siblings, right here. So we go to a lot of different places and have fun, and we like to talk about the different places that we've been. All right, so let's get it cracking, like always. First stop tonight, we have Kentucky High School Coach of the Year. He's actually was a region coach. I think he was down there in Hoptown or near Bowling Green, somewhere like that. Faces charges for alleged Mexico cocaine distribution ring. So he actually, before they won their last game going into the regional, I think he got busted before that game.
Oh,
Right after the game, because you get busted on this, I think you locked up. So it has to be right after he won the game and got named coach of the year in that region. He got locked up. I think the biggest thing is that you just never know you really got to do your due diligence. You wouldn't think in high school that prominent high school coach. I'm gonna say prominent because the school's winning and stuff like that. I'm not saying everybody knew him really, but the scary thing is, successful coach at least this year, and get busted for selling cocaine and being a part of a drug ring. Granted, I don't know. I don't work for Jefferson County Public Schools, so I don't know. You just don't know. No one can say, well, they should have caught him. I mean, if he's underground and doing stuff, how they gonna know he's selling cocaine as a part of this? You
Yeah.
can't, right? I mean, so you can't really get mad at the school. It's just that you just never know what these people are doing out there. Who wants to attack this first? Shannon D, whoever.
I'm
Go ahead,
I'm
D.
not as familiar. I guess one question to ask you all. So his background and history of selling, has that already been founded? Like, how long has it been going on? Have they been watching him, or what is?
You know,
Because it definitely, as you mentioned, you don't know what people do. You
as
just
far
don't.
as far as the police, the feds, and stuff like that, I'm pretty sure he probably has been watched. You know what I'm saying? Because they, they might got a tip and stuff. I'm pretty sure they probably watched, and then they had enough to go ahead and get him. So I don't know how long they've been investigating him. I really can't speak on that. But sometimes it could be a quick tip or it could be a long. They don't tell how long they've been watching him. I think
I
that's the
mean, was he
scary
like?
part because if you got a high school coach and you found out that this is true, it seems like you should be locking him up right away. But sometimes it don't work like that with big drug rings.
Yeah, I mean, was he like the ring leader?
No, I said it's Mexico. He's dealing with he's getting his stuff. I
I
don't
mean,
know.
locally
I
though, was
don't
he like?
know. I don't know how many people if he was under people, if he as far as in the city or the
Hmm.
state. I don't know how many people he had under him. I just know it's definitely not a good look for that school, which
No,
you can't really
but
blame him.
yeah.
But
But to your point, you just don't know, and obviously, nobody knew because so you can't even really say, well, they didn't they didn't do a background check. They probably did do it. I mean, you got to do a background check. What it is that it was just not founded. That's why I was curious as far as how
yeah,
long had he been doing this, because you
yeah,
know you just don't know.
because like
Is
you
this
said,
recent?
it's like it's different if they hired him. They knew he got arrested for drug
Right,
trafficking before.
right.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I think it's just well,
come on, Shannon. Come on.
it's just a sad situation. I mean, like you said, and like echoing just off the two of you, you just never know what other people are doing behind closed doors. But you have to wonder. I mean, was it worth it? Why would I guess why were you doing that? I mean, I know. See, you coaching, you're doing that, and I guess it's kind of it might be a silly question to most. You're doing it because you want more money or whatnot. And I'm pretty sure the kind of money that he was bringing in, it definitely wasn't compared to his coaching or whatnot. But now you don't have that job, and now you're probably going ready to go behind bars for a while. I'm
Yeah.
assuming
Now,
that's a
now you're
federal
facing.
charges.
Yeah.
What'd you say? I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
No, I said now. Yeah. Now you're facing. You charging. You got. So was it worth it?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, like I said, when you're doing this stuff that nobody knows, I mean, that's when you go. I mean, you think they would name him whatever region he was, coach of the year, and what I'm saying, stuff like that, or let's be honest. I mean, yeah, he had a heck of a year. I wouldn't have been surprised. Who not to say that Mark and Will show would not have had him on? We wouldn't have known. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you just never know. So my whole thing
Maybe.
is with this, you really can't blame the school. Now you just, I mean,
No, absolutely not.
whatever it is, but it's kind of sad, and I feel sorry for the parents, the kiddos, because now you got to talk to the kiddos and be like, hey, X, Y, and Z. They'd probably done, of course, bonded with him and all this kind of stuff, and now you get hit with this. Then you asking questions, all kind of stuff, and it's a mess. And now they actually advanced to the region, the regional, so they got to play a game without a head coach. I mean, I'm sure that the uh, assistant coach will step in and things like that. But who wants to talk about that?
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
everybody's probably asking them all kinds of questions. So I ain't even talking about like big media. I'm just talking about the neighborhood, the school people. Did you know your coach is selling cocaine or whatever the heck is going on? So you know,
But
that's a
like you
What
said,
did
mess.
he do?
he's probably,
Or what did he?
huh?
What did he coach?
Girl basketball.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, girls basketball. I'm sorry, girls basketball.
And my guess is he's probably been doing it for quite some
Oh
time.
yeah, he didn't
You've
start
been doing it for
yesterday. Yeah,
quite some time, and you done worked your way up. That's what I'm assuming. And you get sloppy with it. You get full of yourself. You want to do it because reading this. He had over $100,000 in cash. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? So I mean, various bank accounts, and marijuana, fentanyl,
Oh,
and firearms.
he was skilled.
He was doing it. I mean, I gotta
Mm.
ask him,
Well,
was it worth it? I
and
mean,
also it's like was he like some of the the ones you see on TV or the stuff you read about or documentary you see that Frank Lucas. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
You don't show your stuff. You know what I'm saying? You keep it in.
yeah,
Or was he like some other dudes was flashy? So like as a parent, if you know that he's probably making not enough money, was he flashy? Was he drunk? Like was different questions. So this makes you in your mind think, okay, man, I thought something was wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like for those people down there, but hey, you just never know. And
yeah,
the thing about it is, you gotta be careful because if you cross him on a different way, ain't no telling what's gonna happen because when you're dealing with Mexico and all that kind of stuff, the stuff is real.
absolutely. I was it's a lesson learned. It should be for him. So
Yeah, it's gonna
yeah,
be a lesson
sad
learned,
situation
a
all
hard
around.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that kind of stuff. All right, let's go to the next topic. We have Black Lives Matter, Louisville demanding body cam photos from two teens shot by officer. Were they in the garage? What was they doing? Because I was reading a little bit of that, and they said I don't know. I guess the cop shot up in the area
Shut
where
up
they
in
was
there.
at.
Yeah. From what I'm reading, I'm not real familiar with it. I just seen it on a news break, but whatever. The um, the kids or something, I do believe, were in the garage, and so the officer or officers are trying to say it was an accidental shooting or whatever. But the kids fled. I mean, but how many times have we heard that? As far as it being an accident. So I don't know. They said they got whoever was on administrative leave, of course, as standard, I do believe. Um, but it's just a sad
Yeah.
situation, you know.
So was this okay? And I'm gonna say this before I give some experience on some stuff like this. Um, in that article, does it say basically that the garage was open, or did somebody report on them? I mean, I don't know if they were saying that. Does it say any of
It
that?
said that not well, it said they were spotted. The teens were spotted inside a vacant garage.
Okay, vacant.
Um,
Okay.
so somebody probably
Somebody
called.
called
That's
on,
my
and
assuming.
like you
I
said,
would assume.
that's kind of like if I saw somebody at what I'm saying, and oh man, this a whole bunch of teens is going in there. People, what's going on? Let me call the cops. So they want to say that why did the cops fire in there without
Absolutely.
doing what they were supposed to do? Okay, all
Yeah.
right, I got you. I would say this. Let me take this. Being that I'm not going to incriminate people, I have been in garages before, out in the county type stuff that should not have, trespassing type things. As a Shannon, what's going on?
Excuse
As
me.
a
Excuse me. I gotta excuse myself.
basically as a teenager, different stuff like that, and the garage door is closed, but it's ruckus and you can hear people see, what I'm saying? So then you skedaddle, you leave and you're running. My thing is this: if the cops got on the scene and they did not come in there, why are you firing? Like, did they fire while the teenagers was still in the garage, or did they fire when they was running? See, that's what I'm trying to get, D, because either way, you're totally wrong. So that's why they're asking for that body cam.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm with you because, like I said, I've done it as a youth. You know what I'm saying? And they could have sprayed in there and they'd have knocked a lot of people loose. You know what I'm saying? That part. So I don't blame them because if they saying that it was an accident, sure, no accidental shooting on that. If they was running, then like two teens got hit, right? So I don't know. That's kind of sketchy. I definitely hope to follow this one because, like I said, as somebody who's done some stupid stuff like this in my lifetime, I just want to know if they fired in that garage without knowing who was in there, or did they fire as these teenagers was running out for no
Mm.
reason. D, you got anything on this?
No, I mean nothing really to add. I mean, I'm not as familiar with it. I did look that over when Shannon sent it, and I'm tired of shootings. I'm tired of situations such as this where it has to be questioned. I mean, it's just the type of training, and then the officers learning from past situations is just unexcusable. I mean, it's like I don't understand why this has to continue to be discussed. Anything that's questionable,
Right, right.
and it's just real sad. It's sad.
Yeah, because I mean that's my whole thing. I don't blame her. I want to see the body cam too because if you got up
Yep.
there, well, hey, who's in there? And you just start firing. Okay, maybe somebody was wrong who reported it. Maybe it was you. God bless Uncle Benny and Daddy and everybody used to be in his garage. You know what I'm saying? We used to go out there in his garage and chill and that kind of stuff. I mean, it ain't vacant, but like the
Right.
door is like I need to know it was the door open, was it shut? Because that's a totally different. That's really crazy. If it was shut, if it was open, you saw these kids. They take off running. When did you fire? When they was in the garage, when they outside the garage. All suspect, and also is this it happened in what West End? Happened in West End,
Yeah.
didn't
Jigsaw
you?
area.
Ain't
Yes.
you ain't doing it. You ain't doing that in no other area of Wolf. I'm sorry.
Right.
I've been out there. I've been where we had people knocking and we didn't know if it was neighbors or cops and we got out and ran. You know what I'm saying? Did what we had to do. We didn't get fired on and we was in another county close to Louisville. So yes, teenagers do stupid stuff. They do stupid stuff everywhere. But police method is different everywhere. Shane, you got anything to add?
There's nothing more than
Okay.
what was said.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna give you 10 minutes to go ahead and look up some stock plan. Here we go. Right here, a fun one, right? Kevin Hart show in Egypt canceled because he called them black people. Egyptians got mad because he referred to them as being black. I'm not even gonna ask like who did that. No, we're just gonna be talking and chopping it up. Uh, this right here is come on now. This is the problem we have. This is the problem we have. So Kevin Hart, I don't know if he was on the show or was he somewhere talking where they heard him refer them to black people and they got upset and they canceled it. Right? Wow.
Yep.
Okay. Um. Anybody want to take this? Y'all can take it, please. I'm gathering my thoughts.
Well, I think for me, in terms of the same thing that's required in terms of diversity training, uh, is should be required for everyone. And he was going to a land to where that I guess is considered offensive, and that I feel like his people who's around him didn't maybe educate him on what is considered offensive or not. I mean, I don't know too much about that culture, but obviously that was offensive. And I feel like his team should have been aware of that. Um, you know, just because you are at a status of celebrity doesn't mean you get to say whatever you want to, and don't expect for people to be offended by what you say. I mean, they cancel the show, so I mean, it is the control comes out of his hand. They don't have to. I want to see you if you said something offensive to him.
True. Shannon, what's your thought? My
Yeah, I
thoughts and
mean, I
views.
agree.
My thoughts and views is kind of different. But go ahead, Shannon.
Oh
What
wait,
you got?
I agree, but I guess okay. So we cancel a show. They say logistics, but we cancel the show because he referred to the Egyptians as black. I guess I mean I need more. I mean I mean I understand their laws or or what I don't understand, but I'm just saying if they do have them, but you cancel a show because of that. So I
It's
guess
got. I mean, it's
are
cultural
we missing
sensitivity.
something? Yeah, I
Yeah.
understand cultural sensitivity, but using the word black,
I
yeah,
mean,
I don't
I don't
know.
know. I'm not
I
familiar
get
with that culture. You
me.
know.
I'm not neither. I'm not neither. But I just like okay, and I'm not saying that he, it was okay for him to say. That's not what I'm saying. But I need to learn. I need to know a little bit more about. I'm assuming some other things were said.
Yeah,
Because we
you
know
correct.
he gets
You're
to
correct.
talking.
Right. Right, you
I,
corrected. It's probably more to the story than what actually is being said. Because when you think about it, they are Africans. But that don't mean they are black. You know what I'm saying? Because black is a term that I think we as Americans give people as being black Americans, black.
you, you,
But
Right.
it's again, I think some of it's just about cultural sensitivity.
well,
So,
Yeah.
I mean, but I don't
But
know. To Shannon's point, yeah, I think it's probably more to the story than just the obvious of what the headline said.
no, to me, real quick. Oh, go ahead, Shen. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
no, no. I'm just gonna say it's amazing to me. I guess people never want to. They want to use our stuff and do our things, our culture and everything like that. But if somebody refers to somebody as being black, everybody gets all upset. And I'm not making light of it. I don't know the whole story, and if he wasn't supposed to say it, if he's been warned or whatever, so be it. Just I just would like to know what else was going on.
I,
You know.
no, and both of you guys make valid points, and I'm like you, and I get what Dee said. Sensitivity, things like that. People be called whatever, and also she hit something I was going to say. The problem is that really black is an American thing. So
Yeah.
my thing is,
Absolutely.
if he would have said, "I'm going to go do a show with some Africans," now if they got mad on that, then it's an issue because then you think you're
Yeah.
not even African. Well, you from Africa.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I get it. I understand. So I'm like you on your end when you was like, "Well, hold on, what's the deal?" But then when you think about it, American society has labeled us so many different things.
Mm-hmm.
So they only, over there they ain't saying black, but then what are they? They saying something.
They
You know what I'm
saying
saying? They
something.
saying something.
They
So it's
they
like
saying
what?
something. But
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah.
And to them that was offensive because the way of the American society has treated the black.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so they was like, nah, but like I wonder, like I said, I wonder if he said, hey, I'm going to go to do a show with some Africans. Now, like I said, if they got offended on that, then I guess they just want to be Egyptian. We're stuck with Egyptian. Well, you're from Africa.
They're still Africans.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So
Yeah.
maybe if he said that, they'd have been okay. But because black has so much negativity around that
That's
word
right
in
there.
American
Right there. There it
society,
is.
that they see it and they hear it
Yep.
and they're like, nah,
And
nah,
they
nah,
don't want to
nah.
talk
And
about it.
that
Yeah.
and that's why when you
Yeah.
deal with a lot of Africans, they like, nah, I'm not black. I'm African. You know what I'm saying? I'm this or whatever. I'm whatever. I'm not what y'all, because they
Yeah.
understand what they've done to Black
Mm-hmm.
Americans.
Yeah, it's very negative. So yeah.
So now D's right. D is right. D's right
Yeah.
on that point because before she spit that, and she's right when you think about it. Before she spit, I'm thinking, man, what you mean, y'all? You know what I'm saying? But they don't refer to them as being black. They
Mm-hmm.
refer them to being Africans. That's a difference.
Yeah. And
That's a
you,
difference.
you would think they would go over the rules or whatever. This is I mean, I don't know. I just would love to see the whole story and how it went down and if what happened.
Yeah, it's sad. And I mean, you know what? Like D said, you got a team around you. You know they comedians, you know they throw jokes, but you got to know what is in
Yeah, no.
and right in different countries.
Yeah.
They pay his salary. We pay his salary. We
Right,
are
you
who
on
make
tour. Yeah, you on tour,
gives
man.
everybody rich. Yeah, we have to be,
Yeah.
that's your job. And in our job, we are responsible to be trained on certain things and
True,
educated. And it's just, that's the same
true.
token, you know.
Yeah, you absolutely right. You can't be you can't be messing up like that, and he did. You know what I'm saying? So hey, that's right there. You just never know. And he thought he can be slick and say it, not knowing that hey man, nah, bro, we not you. And I'm gonna tell you, Africans will tell you there's a difference between y'all and us. Even though our ancestors are from there, we know that they know that, but they don't play that game. You know, and it's a different topic because there's a lot of stuff that yeah.
Yeah.
Let's move on. I digress. Yes. Interesting thing. I mean, maybe I need to go and apply for this job. How much does an NFL water boy make? Well, come to find out, $53,000 a year
Yeah, yes.
for not even a whole year's work.
For the
Like that.
season.
Yeah, I mean it's a season, and they do OTAs, which is like not that long. They go like the summer, so not the whole year. For making 53,000, you best believe it's a part-time job. So yeah, but you know what? I'm not surprised when I saw this number because NFL's a multi-billion. You know what I'm saying? There's so many billions is in there, but so yeah, when you can go ahead and if you look next time y'all watch a NFL game, look to see how many water boys there are. It's not like it's one. There's quite a few guys out there going around spraying the people's mouths and doing that stuff and getting the ball boys and all that kind of stuff like that. $53,000, man, that's amazing.
I love it. Hey,
Mm,
if you can make that kind of money
I
doing
agree.
that, hey, I ain't got no problem with it.
Where's the
I
application?
let
In?
people
I
pay
can
other
dri-
things.
I
Yeah.
can drive up to Indianapolis. What's the application? All right, Cincinnati, or shoot, Cincinnati, or freaking Nashville. I can get there.
You said you
Yeah,
could work. You
I'd
could
be
work during the
looking for
season.
that. Yeah. For a
yeah,
game, yeah, I'd be prepared.
yeah.
Uh,
Mostly on Sundays. Yeah, I can do that.
That's
I
right.
can do
I
that.
can do
I can
that
do that.
too.
I can do
Some
that.
Thursdays, yeah, come on.
Yeah, I'll
Monday,
definitely
occasional
Monday
Monday.
night football, Thursday, Saturday when it's
uh,
later on in the year. I
Where
can
do
do
where
all
do we
that.
apply? That's the question.
Yeah,
right. You
yeah.
yeah.
I'll go to the trainings if you pay me. Whatever tell me where to spray that little section and do all that and hand it a bottle. Yeah, make sure it's all good.
Go to all the training classes,
Yeah, as
trainings.
long as they paying, I'll be there. I'll be there.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'll be taking a sick day off on
Amen.
my insurance job. Like, need a sick day. I gotta go, man. I can't make this one, but I'll be there for that 53. The easiest 53,000. I just let you know how much money is in NFL. That's something. That is something. So everybody laugh at all these high school water boys and different stuff like that. Hey, you better take that seriously. You can make 53 more than some people's making. Period. So hey, go ahead and
Abs-
get that, and
Absolutely.
have another job on the side, rock and roll.
Absolutely.
Yeah, goodness gracious. I think I slid this one in on y'all, but I know you guys heard this one. Alligator kills a woman, 85-year-old woman, pulling her into the
Mm,
water as she walks her dog.
I didn't see that. Oh
It
wow.
was in Florida. It happened
I did.
this past week. Uh, well, actually, this week. I'm sorry. See, there's videos of it. Twitter, Facebook, all that kind of stuff. She's walking her dog by this lake or whatever, and this big old 10-foot gator comes out. Look like he's getting the dog or something. End up getting her and the dog. Everybody's underwater. End up killing her and stuff like that. So that stuff
Sad.
is real, man. You. I mean, everybody likes the water. That's my thing. Everybody likes water. Everybody likes some lakes. Anything. But do you know what's in there?
Hmm.
I mean, I've been seeing some terrifying videos of big old hippos, and I done been on the ocean and
Yeah,
different
yeah.
stuff like that. Man, if I
Oh,
see one of that, well, if you see one, you're gone.
you
If you
go.
see one, you're gone. Because as much as we are
Ah,
growing up and hungry hippo and all that kind of stuff, and maybe
I
go to the
love that.
zoo and they got some hippos, hey, bro, that's something you don't want to battle with. Because first of all, the hippos
Heck
are
no.
big and they fly in that water. So, so I'm just saying, like, I mean, granted, she's probably been doing
Yeah,
this over and over again. That's what she did.
yeah.
That was her routine. I'm pretty sure if she knew it was an alligator in there, she probably would not have been doing that.
Absolutely not.
A
Absolutely
10
not.
foot
Save it.
alligator that took her and started rolling over. When they do that alligator roll and all that's a wrap. First of all, it's going to suffocate you. You're going to die anyway. So, yeah. I mean, so people need to understand, man, water's good,
Sad
but
situation.
you need to know
So what?
water, unless you got your own pool. Go ahead, Shed. I'm sorry.
No, I'm just saying, sad situation. May she rest in peace. I hate that she had to lose her life, and like you said, a dog too. I mean, sad situation. You got to be aware of your surroundings, but like you said, she probably been doing it every day, maybe twice a day. Ain't never happened a normal day, and then this comes out of the water. So,
Yep.
not good.
Yeah,
That's
just sad. I mean, it's so many things that's unexpected. Obviously when she got up that day and she did that, probably just normal routine, not even
Mhm.
expecting it. So, that's the whole, situations like that that just scare you about just the unknown. And I
yeah.
wonder, she probably frequently went that path.
Mhm.
Yeah, right. That's scary. That is
Yeah,
scary. Like you
it's
said,
scary.
rest in peace. Rest in peace. Next up, we have. I'm going to move this out the way so I can see it. We have Jason Arday, who's diagnosed with autism as a child, and now will be the youngest black professor at University of Cambridge. So impressive in so many ways. Um,
Yes.
you know, a lot of people don't know about autism. They don't know it's different levels, spectrum and different stuff like that. But this right here is great and remarkable. Got to
Mhm.
salute this young black professor for overcoming the odds and things like that. What do you guys got on it, Shannon D?
And well, I just think it's fabulous. I mean, just the thought of him being able to accomplish that. It's like you don't want people to give up. There is hope. I know a lot of people when they kids get diagnosed with autism, they think, oh well, he's not going to be able to do this, or she's not going to be able to do this, and I'm going to have to find this kind of place for them. But this proves right here that's not necessarily true. They can be and do just like everybody else. So I just think I saw that article and I was like, wow, that's great.
Right, right.
Professor of sociology. Way to
Hmm.
go.
Yeah, it's an East
Well,
class.
yeah, this is my target population that I work with, and
Hmm.
I think is the assumption is that when you have a intellectual disability or developmental disability, that you're not able to really succeed and do more. And as mentioned, the spectrum is so wide range, is the capabilities are just remarkable. And kudos to this young man, kudos to his family for the support. And it just makes it very much become more apparent to society as far as what individuals can do, and never underestimate anyone. And I think that this feeling as though if you are labeled with a disability that you cannot do, and it's the ability to do that people need to understand.
That's true. That's true. Couldn't say it any better. Congratulations, young man. You doing your thing. All right. Very interesting right here. Florida teacher placed on administrative leave after white students act like servants to black students. This stuff was on TikTok. It was on everything. On
Uh,
TikTok, they go blast it like no other. They're gonna out you and whatever. So he actually was on TikTok, I guess, doing a video on this one. Yeah, kind of different. Normally it's the
mhm.
other ones. Now normally it's role reversal, but you got a black teacher who decided to go ahead and reverse it. So that's not going to be looked at in a positive manner any way you put it. So, D, you got anything on this?
uh, you know, Certain things in history make me angry also. Um, and I think sometimes we are reminded of that, but we are still expected to not forget but conduct ourselves. So when the decision was made to do this, I mean, your repercussions, it's like, why would you even do this? Um, I mean, shoe on the other foot is wrong all the way around. And the reenactment of situations in the past, right, wrong, and different, is not the way to address things that happen in the history. I mean, it's just a lot of attention that was brought to this. I don't know what the point was, other than let me show and make you feel how my ancestors felt. And I would hope that it was there had to be a reason that he gave as to why he did this. And then I don't know. It's just wrong. It does. I just think it's wrong.
Mhm.
Shannon?
I have to agree with
Shannon?
Dion. I have to agree with Dion. I was trying to read of the insert, and he was a language arts teacher. So I'm trying to figure out, you know, it shouldn't have been done. I mean, but I mean, I can say if you was doing something, a reenactment or something, maybe in a social studies, I mean, some kind of class for language arts. I mean, what were you doing? I
Hmm.
just it's a time and place. I just think it shouldn't have been done. Just like all the other stuff that's done. And showing black people in a bad light shouldn't do white people. This shouldn't have been done. Period. And at this day and age, with people having cameras, don't they? I mean, ain't we learned a lesson yet? People will pull out a camera in a minute. I mean, a phone. Excuse me, a phone in a minute. I mean, how many
Yeah.
times
Yeah.
that they do this over and over, and people still do these idiot things, and people are feminine. I mean, even though the kids ain't supposed to have phones, somebody gonna have a phone. They always do. And what are they doing? Feminine. They feminine whatever's going on. So I don't know what he was thinking or why he did that. I'm pretty sure he gave some kind of explanation, like Dion says, but does not make it right. So I don't know. It's just that shouldn't have been done. Period.
Yeah, I mean, my whole thing is that if you did this reenactment and stuff like that, and use the black kids as the servants, and it was videotaped, you was gonna get the hit on the head on that too. So
Absolutely.
it's
Either
like,
way it went.
either way you went, you was gonna
Absolutely.
get it. So it's like, as a teacher, as somebody who decided that, hey, I'm gonna do this, man, poor judgment. I always ran on this poor judgment. You weren't gonna win. You weren't gonna prove nothing with this one. And now, you out of there. Like,
Yeah, that was
you out of there. Like, that
that
wasn't
was that was
smart. That wasn't
disrespectful.
smart at
No,
all. That was
not
stupid,
at all.
dude. Like, like,
Hmm.
I'm
And
gonna
I
get
wonder
back.
how long he's been teaching.
I'm gonna get back at him. I'm gonna show this.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
Yeah,
Too.
yeah,
you wasn't, and you lost the
yeah.
battle. And administrative
And
leave,
now
dude,
you,
you could
yeah,
get
right.
fired.
So that's a prelude to you being termed or fired. So,
Yeah,
Absolutely.
um,
you out of there.
Yeah. Was it a new teacher? That's why was it a new teacher, a seasoned teacher, or what? I mean, nobody should be doing it, but what as a seasoned teacher, I would think you would know better. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
He looked
I just
young, but I mean, that don't mean
he look
nothing.
young, but that don't
He
yeah.
could be. He could have been
So
teaching for 10 years, but he looked young. But yeah,
absolutely, absolutely.
I know it was
So
not a
just a bad,
very
poor
smart
choice.
decision.
Not at all. Not at
Like I
all.
told, Sharon when you was gone, I said even if he had the black kids doing it and it was taped, he was gonna get drilled. So
Yeah.
it's like, why would
I
you?
mean, yeah, it's
Wrong
like I
all the way
said,
around.
it's situations that anger me too. And it's certain things that you study, you come across in the media, or you are, exposed to, that to remind you of just what our history has done to people of color. But that still don't give you the right to do
Mm-mm.
that.
Yeah,
Um,
it's,
and,
you're not gonna get away with
No.
it. You're not gonna get away with
yeah,
it. That's not gonna
yeah,
Absolutely.
happen. That was real
yeah.
stupid. Yeah, we'll be finding something else to do. All right, I know this is dear to Shannon's heart. So, opinions on Rihanna's halftime performance. Getting a lot of backlash, a lot of stuff. I done heard it from the pregnancy to the dances to the clothes to this to that. How she didn't really want to do it, all this kind of stuff. So, I have it on her opinions on Rihanna's halftime performance. And Shannon, since this is somebody that you like, I mean, we know it
Yeah,
ain't.
like yeah.
I know somebody else like it too. But
Uh,
my thing is this. I'll let you go ahead and rock and roll, Shannon.
okay.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. I
Mm-hmm.
am an honorary Navy, or whatever they call them. But
Yeah, well,
I just
hold on, real quick, hold on, because you can't be a beehive person and her at the
I
same
said
time, right?
honorary. Yeah, I'm a
Okay,
beehive, but I'm an honorary Navy. So I was
okay.
so I can make
Navy, is that what they
clarification.
call them?
They Navy or something like that. But I'm a I absolutely enjoyed it. I like her. I just like her style. I think I was up moving from the beginning to the end, and in the middle. I just I just thought it was great. Um, what a way to make a baby announcement.
Well, that
I
too.
just she's a great businesswoman. I think she's a great singer. I just love me some Rihanna. I really do. I'm happy for her and ASAP. I just great. I love. My favorite part was the man they was
Rocky,
dancing
that
and doing
is.
whatever and crawling. That was but the whole performance I thought was great. I watched it. I was telling D. I watched it over and over and over. I just thought I loved it. So everybody has their opinions. So of course you're gonna have a lot of people to hate or whatnot, but I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Okay.
And she's gonna have an album coming out too. They said she's working
Well,
on an album. So
thank you, Honorary Navy. D,
yes,
what you got?
Well, like I heard people say, and it definitely is true. We were invited to her baby shower. Basically, that was her
hmm
announcement. I didn't have any problem whatsoever with a performance, and I think that whether she was pregnant or not, they would have found some type of issue to complain about, and that's unfortunate where we are in society. If it's not someone, especially someone of a different um, skin color, then that's not the preference. Rihanna is loved by many, and I didn't find anything
Yeah.
tasteless about her performance. Hell, she was clothed. I mean, my goodness. And it's just, I think it's ridiculous. And it's just finding something to complain about. As I had sent a message to Shannon either today or yesterday, whatever, her and ASAP one of my favorite couples. I mean, it's just,
hmm
it's just the realness. And I just leave her alone. It's like, damn, she can't even,
ASAP Rocky.
yeah, couldn't even do a performance without somebody complaining. And she absolutely, it was nothing to complain about except for they wanted to see somebody different. And then also it may have been complaint because she didn't show enough skin. I don't know.
that's
What do they
crazy.
expect out of it? That's just ridiculous. They can't say that she was raunchy or anything because she wasn't. It's just ridiculous. Something to complain about.
Get down on it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. I mean, I ain't got no complaints. I mean, she did her thing. Some of them people was kind of scaring me. When it was in the air, almost falling off and
Yeah.
stuff like that. But yeah. I mean, first of all, when you hear her perform, or just when you get to listen to the library to realize that that's what, because everybody was trying to figure out, is she gonna bring somebody out? Is she gonna do this? Her library is so big, she don't need it. She didn't need to bring anybody out.
No.
She could do it by herself, and that's the whole thing. When Jay Z, he was gonna go ahead and have everybody, with the Rock or different things like that. But most of the people that are heavy hitters, you gotta look like they don't need people to come out and help them
No.
out and stuff like that. And for her to go ahead and continue to do it, you know what I'm saying? And like y'all said, showing the world that she's pregnant and still taking care of
Yeah.
business. Hats off to her. Hats off to Rock Nation, all that kind of things like that. And I mean, you know what? Every year is going to be somebody who's going to complain and not want to see
Oh,
that
it's
person.
ridiculous.
It is
It's
what it
ridiculous
is.
about Yeah, it's ridiculous how society is now. Is everything is a complaint. You just it's if so everybody finds fault in something. And it's ridiculous. I mean, there was nothing wrong with her performance.
Well, you
Nothing.
know what? I would say this time in America, that with all these platforms that we have, I love them. I try to take advantage of it as far as with the different shows and stuff like that. But everybody now has a freedom of speech, and so, like you
Yeah.
Yeah.
said, everybody's sitting there taping the stopping on demand and rewinding and taping it and stuff like that, and they come out on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, making fun, doing things, all kind of stuff like that. I don't like the term. People like cyberbullying and stuff like that. Does that go on? Yes, it does. I'm not saying it doesn't.
Oh,
But
yeah.
people make
Yeah.
fun of different things. You know what I'm saying? We've had things made fun of us. You know what I'm saying, on our show on Mark and Will. So you just keep it going. I mean, I go ahead and respond. I mean, I don't care. But things like that. And that's the way society is. And so it's almost like you just can't get caught up in that. Don't look at all that stuff. if you watched her perform and you realize she threw down and took care of business, it is what it is. It's always going to
Yeah.
be negativity. That's how society is, and that sucks. That everybody
Yeah.
can say, "Hey, man, she did this in spite of," or "She did this and rocked and rolled and did not." You know, it is what it is. A great performance, Rihanna. Really appreciate that. Next up, Chloe Bailey receives backlash after announcing her new song with Chris Brown, which is ridiculous.
I'm sick of it too.
Absolutely.
Ridiculous.
Absolutely
I mean, come
ridiculous.
on, man. Come on now. Come on.
Absolutely ridiculous.
Whoever wants to go ahead and take this, go ahead.
I'm sick of. As soon as I read it, I didn't even need to read the article because I already knew what they was referring to, and that's a daggone shame. And I did read something, I guess, about a week or so ago, and Chris Brown was saying like, damn, he's in his 30s and he's still having to pay for something that he did when he was what 18, 19, and the mistake that was made, which it was a mistake. Again, I think was a lot more to that story. That's no fault on him or Rihanna because none of us was there. We only see what was wrong, what was presented, and it's wrong all the way around. But this man has to keep paying for it, and then also in terms of continuum of situations that happen that for other artists that is less publicized, and everyone they able to flourish and keep going.
And they got,
Chris Brown,
and I'm sorry, and they got shows.
yeah,
Right.
and Chris Brown
Absolutely.
has Chris Brown has no second chance on it, and I just think it's ridiculous, and I think it's very judgmental. Um,
Mm.
and I just Chloe Bailey has nothing to do with it. I mean, it's just like obviously she's able to see what exactly um, his performance, his capabilities, his talents. That's my word. His talents, and she wanted to do a song with him. They want to do a song together, and so that's a shame. That's a shame.
Shannon, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, I echo definitely with Dion. I mean, I think it's just a shame. I mean, he's still getting penalized for things that happened so long ago, and not to make light of it because it was a situation. But like Dion said, we wasn't
Mhm.
there. We don't know what went on, and how many artists and all this stuff has gotten into situations like that. People have had a little moment, didn't like, then they got back right on the grind. Ain't nobody saying anything, but they have a bandana against Chris Brown and some other ones, certain ones that they can't do nothing. And even if they are doing good stuff, people got something always to say. I think about Michael Vick, and
Yeah,
how many other people have did things with dogs and stuff. And we are all dog lovers. You know what I'm saying? And
mhm.
people make mistakes. He made a mistake, and like Dion said, we don't know about that whole situation or whatnot. I just think it's terrible. I mean, let the man live. Let Chloe. I mean, I enjoy the song myself. I
I
think it's
haven't
a
heard it.
great song. I've been bopping it and I like it. Let the man live. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we all make mistakes. I
Let
mean,
him
that's a
live, and
part of
also
life.
let her be able to choose who she wants to do and perform
Absolutely.
the
Absolutely.
song
They
Let
even
me
with.
try to throw
before hold
Beyonce.
on
They did.
before I go ahead and talk on it. Let me ask y'all this: do y'all think if Rihanna didn't have a halftime performance that they would that this would even come up?
I think it would have.
You
I
think it would
think
have?
that
Cause
I,
he's
I
I
done.
think
agree.
it would
But
have
hold on,
because
hold
I
on.
think they
Wait a
don't
minute,
like
time
this.
out real quick. Well, I understand it, but he's done duets with some other people besides that.
Yeah, I mean, but
And
but
you ain't
regular
heard about it.
Chloe, yeah,
You
but
ain't
I
heard
ain't
regular
heard
about it.
about
Chloe,
it, but it doesn't mean that they have not scrutinized it, and we
I
just
just think
hadn't
that
heard
it's
about
done got. I think it's got more because of the
got more
Rihanna.
publicity because that
So
part
she
of it.
just
But like Dion
performed
said, he's sung with different people, and then people got comments.
and
But
hits.
also Chloe is up and coming. She's big, big right now, and whatnot. But I just think, I mean, they probably added on to it. I just think it's just ridiculous. And like you said,
it.
with all the social media, people are just oh my god, if you're not that type of genre and if you're not singing what they want to hear, oh my god, it goes on and on and on and on. You know what I'm saying? But like you said, freedom of speech, people can say what they want to say or whatever. I just say kudos to them and keep making music because people are listening.
Yeah, I think it's real sad because, like I said, I really ask y'all because to me, I think that I don't think that's the sole reason. I think no matter what he does, he's always going to be underneath the microscope. because they, even though it didn't happen when he was a teenager, they fought. Yes, you never put a hand on a woman, period. You know what I'm saying? And she fought him, so she shouldn't have put her hands on him either.
Yeah,
So
it
now
goes
we
back.
talking about years later. He's undid. I mean, dude is a superstar, a rock star. Got great hits no matter what. And I just think the timing of this dropping and all this kind of stuff, I think it just like y'all said, no matter what, they probably still was gonna go ahead and try to get in on this, say some stuff. I agree with you on that one, without a doubt. But like you said, like Shannon brought up, or D brought up, I think D. You have all these other people who are constantly on TV fighting each other and have a show. Like, why is this show not even taking off? Like, if you really care, why are people watching this, and why is it not taking off? Why is it not banned? Like, it's like brutal domestic violence, right? Like, everybody knows it. Like, even if you don't watch, I don't watch this show, but I'm on social media because of our shows. And I see stuff, stuff on the feed pops up, and it's like, okay, like, what's going on? Like, and people are tuning in to watch this stuff, but then you want to go ahead and like criticize this young man. I mean, he's not young now, but continue to do this. But you won't do this with these other people, but you sit there and tune in. Hypocritical, like it's ridiculous. And then Chris Brown does not shy away from the public eye. So he's out and about, he's doing this thing, and he's an easy target. And it's a sad thing, because really, if you take all the negative different things, he's gonna serve time, he done did all kind of stuff like that. If you take all that negative and stuff out of there, man, he'd probably go down as one of the greatest entertainers.
Without a doubt, he is so talented, and maybe that's one of the reasons as well, in terms of just his talent. And then a lot of times he gives that attitude, like he doesn't care what others think and say, but deep down, in terms of, he knows he's continued to be penalized for a mistake that he made when he was in his teens, and it's still hurtful. It's still hurtful.
Yeah, because you think as you move around, I've been in trouble before, you know what I'm saying, and things like, not on that level, so don't, you know what I'm saying, that kind of stuff. But people in school do stuff and all that kind of things like that. And, like I said earlier, I'm in the garage, and this silly teenage stuff and stuff like that, out of school stuff. And it's like, you have to go ahead and you can't sit here and say we forgive you, and then constantly bring stuff up 20 years later. That's backwards. But then don't hold people accountable in real life time.
Yeah.
And that's what it's about. Like, and I hate to say this, and I'm going to say this. If Chris Brown had a fight with, let's say, Nivea, we wouldn't hear nothing about this. More.
At all.
No more. It's about it's about who he had it with. And I hate to say that, because it shouldn't be. If it's a problem, and it was a problem, and it is still a problem, but not a problem for people to bring this up constantly, try to hold over this young man's head.
Yeah.
But if depending on who you did it with, it makes a big difference, and that's what happened on this one. And so Chloe, nice up and coming singer, her and her sister do stuff. They all doing like different things and stuff like that. Why wouldn't you go get one of the best singers and entertainers to come on and rock with you and do a show, because you're trying to go ahead and do your thing? So, hey, hats off to you doing your thing, Chloe. Hats off to you, Chris Brown, because, dude, you still rock and roll. Keep your head up, because at the end of the day, people are still going to your tours. People still streaming your music. People still doing all that stuff. So, hey, you all, this, I think a great lesson to teach the youth. And this is how it's been, but now it's really that everybody's not going to be on your side. Everybody's going to talk smack and be negative, but you got to keep going. Because if you think everybody's going to be in love and fall in love with you and condone you for everything you do, you're mistaken. It was hard when we was growing up. It's harder now because you got social media. You got the people who wasn't saying nothing. Now everybody's saying everything from grandmama to great grandmama to cousin Joe to uncle. Everybody got a voice that wouldn't say
Something to
anything
say.
in your face, but now they're gonna tweet
Yep.
and do everything.
Yep.
That's how it is now. That's how it is. I mean, I love social media, but you got to have thick skin. You got to ignore stuff and keep it moving. Point blank. All right. One thing we want to add, and I didn't put this on. It's a sensation going on with these big red boots. I don't know if it's an elf shoe or Santa Claus, Ronald McDonald. I don't know what's going on. How did this come about? What is going on? Who's that? And they cost like what $350 or something like that for these shoes. Like I don't get it. I mean, so I saw somebody who couldn't even get them off. It was so tight, and it's different kinds because I seen like some oval ones. I see like loose on the legs. I see some real tight. I guess the size you get. What? See, this is what I'm talking about. Like for the people out there who are the curators, I consider myself a curator. I don't curate clothes stuff like that, but I do other stuff as far as like on the show and things like that. Uh, for all you curators, it's always something out there. When you see these clown shoes that are people are buying for $350, and you think you can't make it, come on, man.
Yeah, I don't understand what the fascination is. I really don't. It just, I don't.
Three hundred
It's
fifty
just ridiculous.
dollars. I don't see something like I guess they rubber, and it's like, what is this? And people performing in them. I mean, I don't get. I mean, see, that's how you know that anything goes in society.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right, because that's
Yeah.
clearly a fad, and you have one celebrity who really pushes it, and everybody all of a
It's
sudden wants
on,
wants a pair.
right?
I don't.
Not at all. Not for no $350.
Not for not for
I don't even want them for
Not for a
$2.50.
dollar.
Hell, what's that place Shannon I was talking about the other day? Ollie's.
Oh yeah.
You might get some of them, man, for $7. Like what? What? Come on, man. I mean, that's so easy to make knockoffs on that. And if somebody, but these not the real ones because I paid $350. Well, you the dummy for some rubber boots. They look like oversized galoshes, duck shoes without the little. Come on, man. That's
Terrible.
crazy. And like Dee said,
Terrible.
all it takes is one celebrity wear that stuff. Now it's on. I don't
Yeah,
see. I think who
everybody
was it?
wants a pair.
Lil Wayne or somebody was in them. I mean, I did see athletes in that, and I'm like, man, really? This like the oversized hats. Y'all seen them oversized
Oh yeah.
cap?
Yeah. Yeah.
Who's wearing that? Like that's those remind me of the little hats as a kid. We used to get the little baseball cap hats, the hard hats, and not the actual baseball, but they had the little hats that oversized. Like who's wearing that? Like why would you wear that? That's some crazy stuff out there, man. Like if you're a designer, a creator of anything and everything is possible.
Yeah.
You just got to get in the right hands.
Follow your
Right.
dreams. Keep pushing.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. Kudos to
Keep
whoever
pushing.
created it because
Yeah.
obviously it's working and everything, but it's I don't know. I don't know. I don't want a pair.
Somebody out there right now laughing at everybody. Man, I can't believe I done made $1 million off this crap. Silly
Yeah.
stuff. All right, we're about to wrap up. Okay, Shane, you got anything you want to go ahead and say, and anything you want to talk about before we wrap it up?
No, I'm just, you know, looking forward to April.
Okay,
Go
okay.
out of town for vacation. So that's what I'm looking forward to, working towards. So
All right,
nothing
D.
else.
No, just my oldest came home from school, spring break, so I'm in for an exciting week and looking forward to just spending time with him as well as, of course, with my youngest son. And you know, it's just he's almost a year completed with freshman year in college. So
Okay,
yay.
okay. Cool. All right.
Yay!
Well, you know what I'm saying. I'm looking forward to actually going ahead. Great show tonight, great topics. Continue that. We're going to go ahead and make sure this gets out for everybody to go ahead and join us, comment, join, have conversation. You know, that's the thing about it. Let's talk about things. Let's talk about things that's important in the community. Let's talk about some things. Some things a little funny in the community. You can still talk about it, so we rock and roll with that. So definitely want to go ahead and push that. I hope everybody is enjoying a safe Saturday night. And we out. Hope everybody have a good one. Peace out.
All right,
Hey.
peace.